to deal with these feelings. Shawty hit it, but she know I'm in. Shawty hit it, but she know.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. I'm Shavana, and in today's video, we're going to talk about self-care. Now, I know that when we talk about self-care, everyone's first instinct is getting your nails done, getting your hair done, doing your makeup, getting dressed, looking good, smelling good, which is all great examples of self-care, but those aren't the only type of self-care. Now, when I'm talking about self-care today in this video, I'm talking about mental health. I'm saying depression, anxiety, negative thoughts, because let's not forget, manifestation is real. It's real. And if you're always constantly in your mind thinking about the worst case scenario, the worst possible thing that can happen, that things aren't going to work out for you, that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, your work isn't good enough, then that's how you will feel about yourself. Same thing with your self-talk. If you're telling yourself you're not pretty, you're not beautiful, you're not handsome, you don't look good, you don't like what you see in a mirror, that internal is a reflection of your external. So I need you to be more mindful in the way you talk to yourself, in the thoughts you have lingering, because your mind can only think one thought at a time. So if you're and mind you, I'm speaking from experience. Like, this is all stuff I had to change about myself. If your mind is thinking a negative thought, your mind can only think one thought at a time. So once you realize you're thinking a certain thought, especially when it's negative, you can switch it, change it. Force your mind to think something positive. Change the thought instantly. Because we tend to forget that we control up here. We control what goes on up here. You have to be mindful of the control you have on your brain. So if you're not being mindful of how you talk to yourself and your thoughts, it can take over your life, literally. Even depression. Yes, we can't control depression, but we can control how long it occurs. Not always, but in some cases. You can definitely decide whether you want to switch your mindset or switch the way you talk to yourself at any moment. I also want to talk about when it comes to self-care. I know being a part of, the Black community is frowned upon as far as like therapy goes and stuff. But coming from a person who has been to therapy before, I want you guys to know that don't feel ashamed, like knowing that you need help, because we're human beings. You are one person. You cannot do everything yourself. Like, I know trauma and just life struggles, not being able to depend on others may put you in this hyper independence, but we're human beings. We need people. We need each other. So if you're looking for some type of help in some way, shape, or form, you can always reach out to me. I'm always willing to talk to you guys. If you have any questions, I'm also willing to help. But as far as therapy goes, you should go. If you've been thinking about going, go. This is your sign. Take it. Just do it. Just do it like Nike. But yeah, just do it. Like, don't hesitate. Don't guilt trip yourself. Just take the time out to realize that you need help, because we all do in some way, shape, or form. We are imperfect beings. None of us are perfect. So especially if you're trying to get to this next level in your, in your life, your next chapter, and you feel like something is holding you back or keeping you stuck, try therapy. Because one thing about that therapist, they're going to tell you, or they're going to help you through the process, so you'll end up seeing what you need to go to the next step. That's definitely, so therapy is huge. I suggest it to everyone, especially if you get in like deep depression sometimes, seasonal depression, have heavy social anxiety or anxiety period. Like, therapy would definitely help, because it's going to go to the core and let you know where all those emotions or feelings or thoughts are coming from. That's a good suggestion, just saying. And another thing I wanted to talk about, I spoke about self-talk, I talked about therapy. I also want you to be more vocal about your boundaries, letting people know that every day you can't handle certain things. Like, it's okay to be aware that you might not feel good on a certain day, but learn how to vocalize that. Learn how to let people know, I'm not in a space right now to hear this story. I don't have the mental capacity to listen to this. I'm having a rough day. I know we think it's cool, or a trend to be the strong friend, but like, let's be honest, nobody likes being a strong friend or the strong family member. Nobody likes it. It's not enjoyable. It becomes heavy. It becomes too heavy and it feels like a burden. So just be aware, like, sometimes you need to let people know that you might not have the emotional capacity to handle what they're trying to trauma jump on you, or what they're trying to dump on you in a day, because that day might not be your best day, or you're not feeling your best. And we need to stop pouring from empty cups. No more of that. Not in 2023. No more pouring from empty cups. The goal is how it's supposed to be. Is your cup is supposed to be full, and then the overflow is what you're supposed to be giving to other people. You're not supposed to be pouring from your cup. You're supposed to be using the excess to help people out. So I advise you to keep your cup full. That cup is for you. It's not for everybody else. The overflow is for everybody else. You have to make sure you're good first, because you can't help nobody if you're not helping yourself. Oh, I know I just spoke to somebody with that one. I'm trying to tell you. We need to learn how to create boundaries. Sometimes certain doors need to be closed. Sometimes certain doors need to be open. You need to use your discernment and learn when and where when it's time. Because we all get those feelings. Sometimes when you're going to the next level and you're growing, sometimes some people fall off. You gotta let some people go. That's a part of the process. It's a part of the journey. There's no need to feel bad. It's normal to outgrow people. It's so normal. Like, especially in the world we're living in, where everybody's trying to go further and trying to be the best version of themselves, reach their highest potential. You're gonna lose people. And it's not no bad. It never has to be any bad blood. It's just some people are no longer for you, and that's fine. But don't guilt trip yourself. Don't try to feel bad, and don't be toxic, because checking pages and stuff, that's toxic. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a bad look. It's a really bad look. You shouldn't do that, because now you're creating these negative thoughts that are coming from that negative action. Let that go. Let that go. Please, 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 please don't be checking people, baby mom's pages, old friends' pages, baby father pages. Just don't do it. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this for your health. I promise you. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not worth it. If you're not gonna reach out to somebody and say something to that person, don't check no pages. Just don't do it. Say that. Say that for never. Say that for never. Let that go. Let that go. I just wanted to sit down, talk to you guys. I feel like I haven't sat down and talked to you guys in a while. So I wanted to sit down and talk with you guys. And it's a new year. It's 2023. I wanted to talk about just being self-aware, being aware of how you're feeling, how things may trigger you, what's affecting you, what's causing you to feel restless, feel exhausted. Just be mindful. Sit down with yourself sometimes. Ask yourself certain questions, because the more you ask yourself questions, the more aware you become of a lot of different things. So that's what I want. I want y'all to be aware. I want you to be mad self-aware, to the point where can't nobody tell you who you are and what you're doing. But thanks again for tuning in, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and comment down below. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this, just us sitting down talking. Happy New Year. I hope the year is going good for you. If it's not going good, it's going to come better. I'll see you guys next video.
Body feelings, I don't wanna have to deal with these feelings. Shawty hit it, but she know.